Hi everyone, I'm Lisa Gower, the faculty who teaches Human Resource Management at NSCC, and I thought I'd prepare a video to introduce myself today, now that you all are about a week into the course, and also to give you some tips and information that I hope will be informative and useful throughout the semester. So I've got about 6 different things I want to cover today, and certainly you can email me if you have questions or post questions to the discussion board, and we can go back and forth that way. Some of you have also booked times to call me, and we've been able to chat, and whatever is most helpful, I'm accommodating and willing to do. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was an error that I noticed on the course outline. It's just a slight error. In the evaluation piece on the second page of the course outline, it says Labor Relations Project, but then in the content of D2L and in the work plan, it says Project for Selecting and Interviewing, and that's the correct project. I switch them up. Sometimes I go back and forth when I change the course. So the project is around interviewing and selecting candidates. What is posted to D2L is correct under content, and just ignore that one small part where it says Labor Relations Project. I don't want that to confuse you or that you think there's 2 projects. There's just one. It's worth 20% of your final mark. And the other good news about the project is that I'm completely content to have you pair up groups of 2 people who might want to work together on that project. I know you're all in different places, so some of you really may prefer to do it alone, and that's okay. But some of you may really want to join either Google Docs or Skype for Business, somebody at your campus or somebody close by who, using technology, you can partner with and collaborate on the project. So individually is fine, in groups of 2 is fine. More hands make lighter work for sure. So that's the first piece of information I wanted to share. I've noticed there's a lot of light behind me, so I'm trying to get out of that light. The tests, as I've mentioned consistently, they're proctored, so I really encourage you to book those proctors in advance, and some people just book all 3 at once, which is really good. You have up until those dates, the 3 dates that are listed in the course outline. You can write any time before, ideally not after, although sometimes things come up and you can negotiate with me if that happens to you. So proctored means supervised, typically on a campus. People who are not near a campus often get proctors from the community, and I sign off and accept those. The tests are 2 hours, no notes, not open book. They're always multiple choice and short essay style, but I will post 1 week before each test what to prepare and kind of what to study to give you some guidelines. So that's the second thing. Just a reminder about APA. I did post some APA videos and links and information. APA is new to some people. We follow the academic format of the 6th edition, which is just a way that the writing and the processing looks on paper. That's what APA is all about. So double-spaced. It uses the Times New Roman font, size 12. You have to have a cover page with a running head and a page number, as well as references and citations. There is a template in Word that shows roughly what APA looks like. It gives you much more than you need. You don't need abstracts and all of that, but it's a good starting point. And there's lots of wonderful resources. I posted some, as well as if you Google it, there's more. So I'm not a stickler necessarily for APA. I don't take major points off or anything like that, but academic standard and practice is using that format. So it's good to get into that familiar, comfortable comfort level with it. I wanted to tell you a little bit about marking. I'm in the middle of marking assignment 1 right now, and I really like to get your assignment back before you do the next one. And because I haven't gotten it back to you yet, and I might not get it back until over the weekend or as early as Monday, Tuesday, I'm comfortable with all of you submitting assignment 2 by Wednesday. So that gives you an extra few days. If you don't need it, you don't have to take it. If you've already got your work underway or have it done and you just want to hold on to it until Wednesday, until I give you your feedback on your first assignment, there'll be no penalty for that. So just a little bit of an extension until I get your assignment 1s marked and returned via D2L. That's what I try to strive to do, is always have at least that assignment marked before the next one comes in. So far, the discussion posts have been good, and I'm reading all of them and trying to respond to most of them. If I don't respond, don't be alarmed, but chances are I've read them all, and I'm checking. At the end of the course, I'll give you all a self-evaluation where I'll say, what grade do you feel you earned? How much did you participate and contribute? And so we'll kind of negotiate your mark for that, worth 10%. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is just a little bit about HR in general. It's a field I happen to love, and I think it's certainly got lots of jobs and lots of opportunities. And if you look at Career Beacon or Monster or Workopolis, any of those places, there's often a lot of jobs throughout the country in HR. For those who are really interested in the field, you certainly can look at other credentials. NSCC offers a post-diploma program, so once you finish BA, we have a third year where you can receive the Human Resources Management credential. So that's an option. Athabasca University and many other universities also offer degrees, both 3- and 4-year degrees. Athabasca has the general HR practitioner, and they also have human resources and labor relations specialists, and they recognize the full 2 years of your BA program so that you can enter in your third year. So it's something to consider if this ends up being a field you really like. You certainly have to apply and go through all the process of getting your courses PLAR'd, but that's typically what they do. The other thing I'll encourage you to look at if you're really interested and serious about a career in HR is the CHRP designation, which is the Certified Human Resources Professional designation. And if you Google chrp.ca or the other link is hrpa.ca, you'll find out information on the requirements. And if you do look at job postings, you'll often see CHRP considered an asset or highly preferred. So just some things to think about for those orienting themselves in this industry, in this field. There's a lot of people who specialize in very key functions of HR, so they do payroll or benefits or wellness or basically any of the chapters in the introductory textbook can become specialty functions, labor relations, all of those. Some people do more generalist, HR generalists, and they sort of have a broad knowledge of the entire field. And so companies look for different HR people for different reasons. So something to think about. The first few chapters are very theoretical and just introduce you to the background of HR, its strategic role in organizations, its legal framework, its ethical framework, some of the technology and the transitioning towards larger databases and portals and employee self-service. So understanding the pivotal role technology plays in this field is foundational. It talks a lot about competencies and the credentials for the field and the kind of knowledge that you have to have as a foundation. And then once we get past those chapters, we start to get into specific segments of HR and units of analysis. So we'll talk more about that. I'll pop in every couple of weeks with a video, just with key points and tips and feedback and anything that I think is useful. But certainly touch base with me if you have questions. Reach out if you prefer a phone call, and stay connected so that this is a good experience for you and you're learning what you want from the course. So good luck, and I hope that things are rolling well. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye for now.